Seafair weekend, speaking of Seafair, it's about to kick off and hundreds of boats will be on Lake Washington. And so there's some things you need to keep in mind about that.
Yep, our Jordan Wilkerson is hanging out with the Coast Guard all morning long with tips on how we can keep ourselves safe and what they're doing to help out. Hey, Jordan.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, and this is one of the boats you'll be seeing out this weekend. Extra patrols out on Lake Washington, of course. Safety is the main concern the Coast Guard wants you to focus on, of course, and what they'll be focusing on. So I'm here with Lieutenant Jeannie Crump, who's going to talk a little bit more. We were talking about life vests, of course, earlier. So now we're going to delve more into that. So what can you tell me about that?
Okay, yes. Hi, Jordan. So what's really important is that every person on board the boat has a PFD, has a life jacket here. And what's even more important is that anyone 13 or under must be wearing the life jacket at all times. And what's critically important also is that you have a life jacket that fits you properly. And you can look on any life jacket and see it'll tell you exactly the size and who can be wearing that. So this one says adult universal, someone over 90 pounds. So this should not be used for your 5-year-old daughter. This should be used for an adult.
Gotcha.
And every person, again, must have it while they're on board. And every vessel also must have a throwable life-saving device right here. And this is great for if someone is out swimming or something like that, that you can throw it to them. It's easy to get to. And another important thing is that everyone is required to be within 10 feet of their vessel.
And when they're swimming?
When they're swimming, yes.
Oh.
So, and part of that is the safety aspect. As we know, there's a lot of boats that are underway on Lake Washington during Seafair. Everyone's excited. There's a lot going on. And you're required to be within 10 feet of your boat. And we just want to really emphasize, be aware of your surroundings. There's a lot of boats out there, and you just need to be aware to keep yourself safe and others safe. And that goes for the boaters as well as the folks that are swimming in the water.
Exactly, because there's going to be, I don't know the exact numbers, but a ton more people out on the water in their boats in the water itself. Swimming around with the floating devices. Now, I have on a little more advanced version. Can you explain this one?
Yes, so here's a little more advanced version, and this is a lot of times used for if you're doing kind of more activities in the water,
Okay.
if you're paddleboarding, if you're fishing, that kind of a thing.
Gives you
a little bit more mobility, and this is a little more advanced, and you either have to pull it yourself or it auto inflates with salt activation. So just be aware that when you're buying this, there are a little more instructions that come along with it, but it is great if you need mobility and you're going to be moving around a lot while you're underway.
And y'all probably remember this, and Cam, I know you definitely do. She's part of the auxiliary, Coast Guard auxiliary. She wore one of these in the studio, I remember, and she pulled it on air. That was really cool. I am not doing that, okay? I am not equipped with the knowledge of how to use this, but if you do get one of these, you'll definitely want to get aware and up to speed on that, right?
Yes,
okay.
Definitely.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Again,
Anytime.
Safety this weekend is the main concern. They will have extra patrols out there, out on Lake Washington, and of course, be very, very careful, guys. Back to you.